guys, it's Megan from Grace and Coffee Homeschool, and I'm going to show you inside ACE, second grade English and word builders, and Hooked on Phonics level 1. So I was going to do a bit of an unboxing, but our mail lady is a friend of ours. Her name's Tammy, and so when she comes and the boys are outside, she hands them our mail, and they got our box. And so anyway, they wanted to open it right away. So we kind of did a unboxing and then exciting first lesson in Hooked on Phonics for my 5.5-year-old. So basically, this is Hooked on Phonics level 1, and my 5.5-year-old kindergartner is doing the level 1, which is ages 3 to 4, pre-K, because we were planning on doing Logic of English with him, and the Logic of English curriculum suggests that they don't know their letter names or the beginner letter sounds when they start the program, because they don't learn the letter names right away, and when they learn the sounds for each letter, they learn all of the sounds at the same time. So they learn a for A right away. They learn all 4 sounds of U right away. So they just prefer that way, or they suggest that way. So we didn't worry about teaching him his letter names or sounds or even doing the alphabet song with him. We haven't even done the alphabet song with him. So when I decided not to use Logic of English, we needed to start at the very beginning with the basics. And so anyway, we've chosen Hooked on Phonics because he's, I could call him a reluctant learner, but he is a, I don't even know what you call him. He's a silly, goofy, he wants to have fun, and he likes interactive, but he doesn't like direct questions. He doesn't like if it feels like I'm drilling him, which I don't drill him, but if it feels like that to him, he won't answer questions or really interact. He gets kind of shy. And that's fine at 5.5. We're not going to worry about that at all. So what I thought this would do is get him excited and have fun with it rather than sitting and thinking he's doing a lesson. So that's kind of why we're doing Hooked on Phonics. And it comes with this workbook, a DVD, flashcards, stickers, and 3 readers. And it tells you in the box when you open it. It also says it has online access. I haven't tried to use that yet, so I'm not sure if there's like a code in here somewhere or something that I have to show that we actually bought it, or if it's just something that they have available online anyway. But basically it says each lesson will take about 20 minutes or less. You do a unit in the workbook, read a story, and watch a video. So in the workbook, right at the beginning, the first thing it tells you to do is the letters alphabet song. So it says to go to the extras menu on the DVD, or you can go online and select alphabet song. Then there's a rhyming page. Now the only thing I didn't like about this right here is that the paper is shiny, slippery paper, so writing on it isn't necessarily as easy. And like it said, color the A, and I'm not sure all crayons would work very well on this shiny paper. He didn't want to color, so we didn't do that anyway. My older little boy wanted to teach him how to write a B, so we wrote on there. And then you trace your A's, and you go all through the alphabet like that. And then you don't have another video until after letter H, where it tells you, oh, here's the review. This is just the review. Flashcard fun. There's the storybook, and then there's a video. It tells you to go to the DVD and watch Unit 1. So you do A through H, do some flashcard games. Every letter, it says you can go online to Hooked on Phonics and find that letter activity. Read the little storybook, and then play the video. So here's the little storybook. Pop, pop, pop. So, kind of fun. The flashcards are fun and bright, and they have pictures on them for the games. So there's cat, C, dog, D, typical little flashcards. Nothing special about those. And actually, what I'm learning with this, or my first impression, now I think I paid $22.24 on Rainbow Resource for this. And I just got, you can get level 1 and level 2 in a boxed set. I just got level 1. But what I found out really kind of looking at this and playing around with it is that you could do all of this without purchasing it. You could do all of this for free. Online, there's tons and tons of printables for letters. So there's really nothing on here that you couldn't get as a free printable. Flashcards are easy to find, to print out. Dollar Tree, you know, you could do your own with note cards. You know, there's nothing super special about these. You could buy your own readers or, you know, keep it free. Go to the library and get some readers. You know, you could even get some stickers at the Dollar Tree. And the Learn to Read is all, like it says it has online access, so I don't know if it's free on their website, but it is on YouTube. So you wouldn't have the ease of like flipping to Unit 1 video. On YouTube, you'd have to kind of watch it. But, you know, not a big deal. So there isn't anything in at least this level that you couldn't get pretty much anywhere. So as far as that goes, you know, I'm not sure for everybody this would be worth buying. For me, it absolutely was, because this did exactly what I needed. My 5-year-old is excited. He thinks it's fun. He's getting his sticker after each lesson. He has his own little readers that look like his older brother's readers that came with it. And he got to open the box. He saw his flashcards, his readers, his stickers, and his workbook all in one place, and it made him excited. And he's very motivated by smiles. He's my silly one. Smiles and hugs are his motivation. So this is doing it. He doesn't think I'm grilling him when we're going through the flashcards. He just thinks he's playing games and having fun. So it did exactly what I needed something to do. And that's great. So we will continue with this. And I think what we'll do is probably print out some things online, just fun things for him to do. Or we'll speed through it. Depending on how quickly he catches on, we could just speed through it. I am not in a hurry. So if he doesn't, we may just take our time. Because reading isn't something I want to rush through. And I'm not sure where we'll go from here. We're going to stick with Hooked on Phonics, at least for the basics. And then I'm not really sure. I haven't decided where we're going to go from here. If we're going to try Logic of English. My older son who did Logic of English is now doing Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. So I don't know yet where we're going from here. But for right now, this was exactly what I needed for my 5.5-year-old, to get him excited, to get him going, and just start the process with him. So, my light fell. So basically, I think if I would have just printed up some printables and pulled up some videos online, he would not have been as excited. It wouldn't have been like, you know, the opening of the new learning for him, new school for him. He gets to do school like his older brother, and it came in a box, and it's pretty, and it's shiny, and it's new. That kind of thing. That's what he needed. And so that's what that's doing for him. Okay, so for ACE PACES. Now, ACE is Accelerated Christian Education. If you're familiar with CLE, it's a lot like that. My daughter, my oldest, used CLE for a lot of things up until high school and loved it. This is for my 2nd grader, and he is... he's just not the same learner as my daughter, so I didn't think CLE would be the right fit for him, especially for English. Now, my daughter, CLE was perfect for her. She is strong in language arts. It's her strongest subject. She gets it. It makes sense to her brain. My son, it's math is his thing, so language arts so far hasn't been his thing. And that's fine. And I thought CLE's language arts is really intense. So I thought it would be too much for him. So I looked at the ACE PACES. And I thought they would be good for him, because what I've learned, if you saw my 2nd grade curriculum picks, I'll link to it if you haven't. We picked Growing with Grammar and Spelling, what is it? Soaring with Spelling, Growing with Grammar and Soaring with Spelling. And basically they're kind of blank slate lessons. They're very, very basic. So there's no real, I guess what I should say that when it explains something, there's no personality to it. There's no speaking to the child. It's just matter of fact. And I think for some who just need to get it done and they're good with it and it, seeps in their brain, it would be great because it takes like 5 to 10 minutes a day. I think it took him like 5 minutes. But it wasn't seeping into his brain. And what I was finding from doing his science and everything else was that for my second grader, he's 8. He needs something to attach the information to get it to connect in his brain and to stay. So he needs like a chunk of story or a joke to connect it to. Like when we did CLE or Logic English with him, U has 4 sounds. It says you, ooh, maybe it has 5. Ooh, you, and I think it does have 5. Anyway, that last one is like in could. And he was having a hard time with that one, and we did. So finally I said, like, when somebody punches you, you go, oh, and he laughed, and then it stuck from then on. I never had to teach him that phonogram again. He knew it. He knew all 5 sounds. So anyway, so that's something we've learned with him is that he needs humor, story, context for something to connect or something for it to connect to, for him to remember it. And I didn't think CLE, getting all these names. I didn't think CLE would do that for him. And I'm hoping that ACE will, because there's little comics. It's like the little boy is talking to them. His name's Ace. So it's like instead of just instructions, he's this little boy is telling him what to do, and then let's see. So here's some here, score this page, correct mistakes, rescore, ask your supervisor to score this page, and then there's little stories, some fun things to do. Spell your name by drawing pictures. I think one of them has you reading in a mirror. It has the words backwards and you read in the mirror. So, there's a little story there for him to have something stick in his brain. And I really think this is going to do it for him. Oh, there it is. Read this in the mirror. And here it's just like CLE, if you're familiar with that. The test is in the middle. So when you finish one of these little booklets, you take the test out, and they do that. And they even have, well, some of them. I guess this one has the little date issue test score. English does not have that. That's interesting. Oh, it's right here. Hello. Name, date issued, test score. So these are the first 3. There's 12 for each school year. So you can see kind of there's a lot of writing in this, which he needs help with. And they're learning about question marks. It goes a little slower than Growing with Grammar. And I think I compared it to CLE, and it looks like it goes a little bit slower than CLE. It may pick up the pace. I'm not sure. I didn't go further than, I think I looked up 2nd or 3rd grade, and I ain't going further than that. Yeah, question mark. I do believe it also asks you, where am I? 15. I think it does ask you. It has some, oh yeah. See, this is interesting because I didn't see this in Growing with Grammar this year. And I don't think I saw it in CLE. So it might just, not necessarily slower, just go in a different order. Because they haven't learned predicates, nouns and predicates. Subject and predicate was the first thing that Growing with Grammar taught. And that was like, he was having a really hard time with it. And so it goes in a little different order. And I think this is going to work out a little bit better for him. So anyway, they're bright. They're kind of fun. I did not get him the reading. We are doing Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. So we are not doing the ACE reading. I got him English and word building, which is spelling. And spelling here again has a test. Instead of a weekly test, after every booklet, they have a test on the words they've learned. So it's depending on how long. Now, the one thing that this does not do is have an obvious stop time. I mean, you could stop here where it says to rescore, but it doesn't say like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. And I haven't gone through to see if you stop every time it says score, if that'll be like the typical days for school year. I think what we will probably do is set a timer for English and a timer for word building. And as much as he gets done, he gets done. And if he's close to the end of one before it says score page, we'll just finish that off real quick. There it's doing and, hand, sand. Should look in this one. So this one's the first booklet in second grade. And here's the second book in second grade. Oh. So it's mostly just writing in here, filling in some blanks and writing. But, you know, like there's some of these little comics. You saw there's some connect the dots. Or the connect the dots. There's a psalm there for them to read. I know I saw connect the dot in here, didn't I? Am I that tired? I guess I'm that tired. I thought I saw it in there. Maybe it was in this one. But anyway, there you go. There's a peek inside of second grade ACE English and word building. I only got 3 of the English and 2 of the word building just in case when I got it in front of me and we actually started through it. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. I mentioned in my other video that my goal this year for my second grader is to really dig into his learning style and find what works for him so that, you know, hopefully in the future we can tailor what he's using to his learning style and basically approach things for his benefit. And hopefully this will be the right fit. And like I said, we've done phonics. This was just to get my son excited, and so far it's doing just that. So this has been a great little homeschooling haul. Now we take September off because we school year round, and September is one of our break times, so we won't start this until October. We have 1 day of school left. I'm sure my kindergartner is going to want to do another lesson in this. And we may do, they both want to keep going. Neither one of them wants a break. I need a break. So we may do 2 days a week through September for them just because they want to. And I don't want to quelch that desire to learn. No, you can't do school. You know, that kind of, you know, we homeschool hoping they enjoy learning and love learning. So I don't want to be like, you love learning and you want to learn, but we're not going to learn. But anyway, we'll see. So there's that. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything you want to see that I didn't show you, if I went too fast, let me know. And we will see you next time, guys. Happy homeschooling.